Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Well, have you come to the right place? Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step of the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is Wednesday, December 6, 2023. And hello, my wonderful listeners. And I want to welcome you back to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks. And today, in today's topic, we are going to talk about persevere. And the title of today's topic is Persevere and How Resilience Enhances Your Self-Love Journey. So we're going to dive deep into the vital role of perseverance in nurturing self-love and personal growth. So I know you said, Nyomi, didn't we talk about that on Monday? We sure did. We sure did. We talked about it. We talked about resilience and how that goes into your self-love journey. But we're also going to talk about perseverance. And we talked about a little bit about that on Monday, but we're going to delve a little deeper in today with it. And the reason why is because I need to come at all different directions when talking about a certain entity. So when we're talking about being resilient, and we're talking about, overcoming, certain things, I want to make sure that we have all of the tools that needed if something comes up. Y'all understand what I'm saying? All right, so what I want to do first is I'm going to take a quick break and then come back, and then we're going to embark on this whole entire journey together, all right? We're going to break it down to understanding what perseverance and self-love is and how does they coexist to help us with our self-love journey, as well as overcoming challenges and setbacks. The role and mindset of perseverance, building resilience, finding a support system, embracing failures as growth, and also to give you some techniques on how to cultivate perseverance, all right? All right, it's your girl, the Goddess Nyomi Banks here on this season of self-love, and we'll be right back.
I often find myself feeling stuck in my life and like I'm not reaching my full potential. But with Elevate Me, self-discovery, I've been able to tap into my inner self and discover what I truly want out of life. Elevate Me, self-discovery is an incredible program that combines video learning, self-help, and amazing audio to guide you through a journey of self-discovery. From feeling freedom and guided meditation to self-love and empowerment, this program is perfect for anyone looking to unlock their full potential. Don't let life pass you by.
Hey, it's your girl, the Goddess Nyomi Banks, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more. We're bridging the gap between them all, and we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by Neon.com, Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to AskNyomi.com and tell them Nyomi sent you. Hey, it's your girl, the Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the season of self-love, and welcome back. And today our topic is persevere, how resilience enhances your self-love journey. And before the break, I told you that we was going to break it all the way down once again. And I know we talked about resilience on Monday. Yeah, we did. And we actually talked about it a little bit about it yesterday when we was talking about optimism. But see, the thing is that resilience and perseverance is we have to use this on a daily. So we're just going to put this as this week is going to be all about resilience and perseverance. That's what we're going to talk about. All right? All right? So what I want you all to do right now is I just want you to relax a little bit. Just relax. I want you to take a deep breath in. I know there's something new, but I want you to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to count to 4. Ready? Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let it out. All right, I want you to take another deep breath in one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let it out very slowly. Now I want you to roll your backs. Now I don't know exactly where you are. I don't know if you're at work or you are driving in a car. Put your 2 hands on the wheel and just just roll those shoulders back. Yes. Just like that. Yes. All right. I just needed you to relax a little bit because guess what? I needed to relax a little bit. I was just doing a little run around real quick. All right. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is understanding perseverance and self-love. Understanding how perseverance and self-love, how does those two interact with each other? How does that help us with our self-love journey? See, perseverance is more than just pushing through. It's about nurturing a deep connection with ourselves. So we will explore how resilience can be a powerful ally in enhancing self-acceptance, self-care, and overall well-being. And in doing that, we have to start somewhere. So we have to overcome the obstacles. We have to overcome obstacles. Perseverance and resilience enable you to overcome obstacles and setbacks along your journey of self-acceptance and self-care. So instead of us giving up when we are faced with challenges, we should be developing the strength to keep going and find alternative solutions. Now I went to go get me some tea. Well, not tea, excuse me. Some warm lemon water. And I'm still feeling a little tongue-tied, so you guys are going to have to excuse me for a moment. Then we need to learn how to build confidence. At least building confidence. As you push through difficult times and build resilience, your confidence grows. This increased confidence translates in a stronger sense of self-acceptance and belief in your ability to take care of yourself and prioritize your well-being. Also about learning from failures. Perseverance and resilience teach you the failures that is not the end. It teaches you that failure is not the end, but rather an opportunity for growth. So by embracing failures and setbacks as valuable learning experience, you can cultivate self-acceptance and improve your self-practice based on lessons learned. So let me share something with you all today. Especially when I'm sharing things, especially, early in the morning, I'm up at 3 o'clock every morning. 3 o'clock every morning. And I go into my prayer and meditation room where I sit at my altar. And in this prayer, it was more about trusting my intuition. This was a message coming to me today about more trusting my intuition or having more faith in myself. And understand that at times I will have to make choices in life. So whether there's choices that I've already made in life or choices that's coming up that I will have to make in life, that not to overthink them. Meaning that whether those choices are choices that are deemed, and when I say deemed, I mean from other people's aspect, from other people's perspective, that they are deemed as positive for you or deemed as a negative for you. But for you as the person that are making those choices, they're both good in the aspect of I am learning from whatever choice that I have chosen, that I'm learning from that. Whether I was able to accomplish something or whether I wasn't. So if you look at failure in that way, or you look at mistakes in that way, it's like, are we really making a mistake? What we're doing is we're practicing living life. And I know that. How you practice living life? We practice living life every day. Because there is no perfect manual on how we're supposed to live our life. The tools and the strategies and the tips that I give you, they're just that. Those are things that work for me. And my prayer and my intentions are that some of those will work for you, as well as you put your own strategies and tips on how you're going to live your life, on how you're going to go through this self-love journey. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to y'all? So when saying that, learning from my failures, that's how I'm breaking it down. And I'm going to talk about it a little later on in today's show as well, about how to, bring it back around, to how kind of put it in a bow and give it to you as a present. You know what I'm saying? All right. And managing stress, resilience. Resilience allows you to effectively manage stress and bounce back from adversity. In turn, it reduces outlook that you can enhance self-acceptance by focusing on your strengths and celebrating progress, while also prioritizing self-care habits and support your overall well-being. And let's talk about embracing. Let's talk about embracing that self-compassion. Through perseverance and resilience, you develop a self-compassion, being kind and forgiving towards yourself. This self-compassion creates a nurturing foundation for self-acceptance, self-care, and overall well-being. So remember, building perseverance and resilience is an ongoing process, and it involves practicing self-reflection and seeking support from others, and being patient with yourself as you go through these challenges. So to understanding what perseverance is and relates to self-love and self-care, that is how. Now we're going to break these down, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit more on how it goes. So let me do this. I'm going to take a really quick break, and then we're going to come back. And then we're going to talk about overcoming those challenges and the setbacks. All right? It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love. We'll be right back.
I often find myself feeling stuck in my life and like I'm not reaching my full potential. But with Elevate Me, self-discovery, I've been able to tap into my inner self and discover what I truly want out of life. Elevate Me, self-discovery is an incredible program that combines video learning, self-help, and amazing audio to guide you through a journey of self-discovery. From feeling freedom and guided meditation to self-love and empowerment, this program is perfect for anyone looking to unlock their full potential. Don't let life pass you by.
All right, we are back. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And I just had to take a really, really quick break. All right, so we're coming back and we're talking about overcoming challenges and setback. And today's title of our episode is Persevere, how resilience enhances your self-love journey. So before the break, we're talking about understanding perseverance in self-love. And right now, we're going to talk about overcoming challenges and setbacks. Because through this path of self-love, it isn't always smooth. And so what I want to do right now is I want to discuss some of the common challenges that we have. But also within discussing them, I want to share with you a few influential people that have these same common problems and challenges that we have every day, but they were able to persevere and get through it. They was able to persevere and get through it. So some common challenges of overcoming obstacles through perseverance. Fear of failure. have my hands raised up so high. Man, let me tell you something. I totally thought that my name was Nyomi Fairbanks. And I know that sounds very funny, but because it was so embedded in me. It was so embedded in me. And the thing is, it didn't come out right away. It did not. Because when I was younger, when I was a teenager, matter of fact, when I was in my early 20s, I was fearless. Honestly, when I was in my early 30s, I was fearless. So then you ask me, Nyomi, what caused you to create that fear as your middle name? Because as I begin to grow more in my career, as I begin to get more successful in my career, then I start hearing all of those voices that I was hearing before when I was younger. Because now I was not only hearing it from those people, I was hearing from people I have never met before in my life. Not that they knew me, but they thought they knew me from the perspective that they was looking at me as. So many people, they're afraid to take risks or pursue their goals because the fear of failure. And perseverance, it requires in facing this fear head on and pushing through despite of the possibility of failure. Now, how does that story relate before, Nyomi, that you just talked about to that? Because before anybody knew who I was only known, by people in a neighborhood or, in a city in Chicago. But now I'm on a worldwide stage and platform. And now I've created a persona that's supposed to be one way, that will put you in a box. So now my thing is that I need to be perfect in this. But not only perfect in that, but also perfect in other things that I do. Because I've now chosen a career choice that is not acceptable to the world at all. But you still want to be able to live who you are in your true life and still be able to do your dreams that you wanted to do, your desires, your aspiration. So now I want to make sure that everything that I do is perfect, that I'm not failure at any of it. And if I do, I'm not even going to touch it. But then I had to check myself. And I had to learn how to get through those moments. And I think I said a few weeks ago, that's where my anxiety got really, really strong. Because fear would show up in different ways, disguised as other things. So that's one of the common things, is a fear of failure. So now I embrace failure. Not that I'm looking forward with the magnifying glass, but I'm like, okay, yes, because it's something that I need to learn from that. Before, no. When I thought about a failure that I had, I'm like, damn. That's another negative on my belt. That's what I used to think. Not looking at the positive of, but you know what, you went out there and did it. You chose to build that. You chose to create that. You chose to do this. You went out there and you did it. You didn't just talk about it, you've been about it. Okay, it wasn't as successful as you thought it was, but what you learned from it. Because now you can take those lessons and you can put them in other things. So that's how I look at things now. Lack of support. It can be challenging to stay motivated and persevere when you don't have a support system in place without encouragement and guidance from others. It can be easy to lose sight of your goals. So let me tell you about this one. what has been a problem with a lot of us is because we look for support within our group, within our family, within our friends, within that immediate thing. And sometimes, and this has been the blessing of what social media can do. Like I said, there's been a blessing and a curse with social media. But with the blessing of what social media can do, because you can find support from people out there in the world that don't know you. So even though I've had that platform of being on a worldwide stage, and before I looked at it all negative as in being as, oh my God, I have to make sure that I do not fail at anything because they're looking at me. But on the flip side of there, you have so many more people that are there to support you on your journey, on your transformation. So listen to those. Then what I also have to remember is those that are in my immediate circle, that they have limited beliefs. So how can they be supportive with their limited beliefs for you when it looks odd to them? You look odd to them. You look unique. Sometimes you might look crazy to them because they cannot fathom in their mind, why would you choose to do that? When you work at a 9 to 5, when you doing this ABCD, when you got a good paying job, when you look like everything is good, but only you and that person who's in that relationship understands what goes on in your home, but everybody on the outside have a vision of what they think your life is. So people can only support from that aspect. And then there's some other stuff that come in there, but that's on that we can talk about that later. But do y'all understand what I'm saying? And impatience. I got my hand up for that one too. And you know why? Because I have been very impatient with myself. Oh, I'm great with it now. But before I was terrible. But when I tell you, when God humbles you, he will humble you in ways that you can never expect, that you ain't got no choice but to be patient. You have no choice but to practice patience. Perseverance often requires patience in achieving significant goals, takes time and effort. And it can be challenging to maintain motivation and continue working towards your goals when progress feels slow. Now I'm about to give you another not so happy side of social media. Because when we tend to look at social media, what do we tend to do? We tend to compare our journeys with others. We tend to compare our journeys with others. We can't do that. Because their journey is their journey. Their unique way is their unique way. Your journey is your journey. Your unique way is your way. So be patient with yourself. Have compassion for yourself. And remember, you just got on this train. Train, plane, bus, whatever you want to call it. You just got on this journey. They might be 5 steps, 5 miles, 100 miles more than you are. And even when you're talking about loved ones that you see on there, do not compare yourself to their journey. It doesn't matter how they was when they were younger. They are no longer that way now. Whether if you feel that they are not being authentic in their growth, that ain't none of your business. Like I said, nope, that ain't none of your business. But you know what this does? When you start to compare yourself with others and you don't be patient with yourself, because certain things are not happening when you think they should happen, that's when that self-doubt come in. That's when that self-doubt come in. So you doubting yourself and your abilities can hinder perseverance. So it's crucial to develop self-confidence, belief in capabilities to your overcome to your challenges, not no one else's, but yours. And what you can do, you can be inspired by theirs. But don't compare. Inspire and compare are two different things. To be influenced and compare are two different things. Burnout. Burnout could be a very common challenge that we have. It's where the journey of perseverance can be so demanding and exhausting and leading to a burnout. So balancing hard work and self-care is essential to avoid burnout. And so you can maintain long-term perseverance. And I've learned that the hard way, because my body used to shut down on me. That's why I'm so happy that that message came to me as a reminder to let me know, stop overthinking your choices. Just make your choice. And whatever happens in that choice, you're going to live in it. Whatever that choice is, you're going to live in it. And you're going to learn from it. You're going to learn from it. And I say this the same to you. So whatever choice and decision that you have to make, I usually pray on mine. Then I just go and walk. Whatever my heart and my mind tells me to do, it does. And this allows me to have more faith in myself. But also we got to remember that we are not perfect and we do not know everything. So let me go into this choice knowing that this is about to be an experience. And what kind of experience is going to be, I don't know yet. But I'm excited to find out. I don't know what kind of experience this is going to be from this choice that I made. But I'm excited to find out. So, here's an example for you. So it just won't be us regular people. We could talk about some celebrities. And I'm going to talk about one is Dwayne Johnson. When he was coming from, we knew him as The Rock, as the wrestler. I didn't like him then. But then he wanted to cross over into acting. And a part of his life, he could not shake that stereotype or what they had him had. They had him in a box. That you're nothing but an athlete, a wrestler. You can't really act. That's that wrestling stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with, you don't have the tools or the talent to come here and do it. But guess what? He did. He was able to because he remained determined and he persevered through it all. Through it all, he used some of his previous setbacks. Remember, he was supposed to be playing in the NFL and he got hurt in college. So if anything that happened to you back in the past that as you would look at or deem as a failure, go back to that and look at it and say, how did I get through that? Because best believe everything that we have went through in life that wasn't okay, that was a tornado or a struggle or a storm or whatever you want to call it, it prepared us for this moment that we are in today. It truly prepared us for the moment that we are in today. So then when we look back at that, we're like, damn, we got through that. Oh, this ain't shit. Oh, this ain't that got, and I'm hit. So I already know what I'm doing. I just have to have faith in myself to know that I can do it. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? See, it's just come on. Oof. I'm just telling you, I just had like a that came through my back. That came through my back. I'm sorry. It just came on through there. Like I felt something like, y'all know what I mean. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk about is the role of the mindset and perseverance. And I talked about it a little bit with saying going back to when you are having those hard times and you thought at that moment you wasn't going to get through it. And I'm trying to remember if I told you about yesterday, about a conversation that I had with a loved one, about they thinking that this was the hardest moment, that they could not live past this moment that was happening to them a few days ago. And I said, yes, you can. I said, but the thing is, you're going to look back at this and you're going to laugh because you're going to see how strong that you were, that you got through it, that you had the strength to pick up a phone and call someone that you knew they were going to listen to you and not judge you. They had the tools and the understanding, the empathy and the compassion to hear you out. But also speak positivity in you and give you some tools and tips on how to get through this moment right here. So having a positive mindset is so very crucial in cultivating resilience. So the one thing is I want to talk about is a lot of things that we do is that in our mindset, and it's not going to be negative. Well, it can be a little negative, and I'm just going to be honest. Because what we tend to do in our mindset when coming over perseverance is sometimes we become a victim in a circumstance. And sometimes that victimization, and I hope that's the right word, that we take it with us through life. And so now we're coming from a victim instead of a survivor. Does that make sense? And so what I want you all to do is change and shift that victim mentality to a growth mentality, to a growth mindset, to transform it, to make transformative step in your self-love journey. All right, so here's a few. First off, I want you to be aware. Be aware. Awareness, be aware. So the first step is to become aware of your victim mentality. Notice when you're blaming others, making excuses, and feeling helpless. Recognize that you have the power to change your mindset and take responsibility for your own life. So this go back to, okay, well, I made this choice because of my family. So I'm going to go back and talk about me. One of the reasons I made my choice for getting into the adult industry was because of my father. All right. But in that point, I'm not a victim in that. Can people hold that and say, that's why I did it? I really didn't want to do it. No. I sat and I did my research. I knew what the whole hell I was doing. But I also knew that was a solution for what I needed at that moment and at that time. And I don't regret it. So for me, I don't live in victim world, and victim village, and victim land. I just don't. I've owned my choices and my decisions in life. Every single one of them, from my marriages. Yes. If anything, I thank you for that, because now I really know how I want to be loved from someone. I really know how and what I deserve with love. So when I got that message this morning about trusting your intuition, having faith in yourself, and stop overthinking and make them choices, they're like, baby girl, look back at all those choices that you made before, and you still here. But you're still here accomplishing shit. You still here leading. You still here influencing. You still here looking to change the world. So make that decision. Make that choice. Because best and believe that choice is going to be very beneficial in your story. But now it's about handling that choice, about understanding what that choice is, and getting a lesson from that choice, whether it's a good choice or a bad choice dimmed from others. Because you got to get in the mindset, it's my choice and it's going to be what it is, whatever the outcome is. Yeah, get that one. All right. Challenge negative thoughts. Pay attention to the negative thoughts and beliefs that fuel your victim mentality. Challenge them by questioning the validity of replacing them with more empowering, positive thoughts. We talked about that yesterday. We talked about that Monday. What I told you this week ain't going to be nothing but resilience, perseverance, optimism. We're talking about deeply getting in there and changing the mind, coming from all aspects. And we're talking about 3 different words, but still have to have the same tools to change our mindset. So it's like we will be repeating, and I'm going to keep saying we will repeating. So anybody who's just listening to this for the very first time, you're like, she repeated that? Yes. And if you want to hear the first time I said it, go back a few days or a few weeks and get where it applied to that word or to that to that title of that show. Take ownership and responsibility of your choices, of your actions. Accept that you have control over your life and the choice you make. Take ownership of your actions, your decisions, your outcomes, instead of playing the victim and blaming others. Focus on you. So you want to say, well, my girl, I gave her my credit card and she overspent on it or something like that. Okay, so what you gave it to her. You understand what I'm saying? And you know she didn't do it. She probably did it more than one time. So, oh, my man just did this and he did it again. Yeah. So where is your fault in it? I don't have a fault because, yeah. And let me tell you where the fault come in. Because you continue to stay in that and you continue to stay there and accept what he's doing. Now you said, Nyomi, you telling me to leave? No, I'm not telling you to do anything, but I'm telling you, if you stay in that and that person decide not to change or fix that problem, then that's on you. Whether you're a man or woman, that's on you that you stay in that situation. Unless this person is holding to your head and threatening you, so y'all feel what I'm saying? Set goals. Embrace growth. Shift your focus from dwelling on past setbacks to setting goals for the future. Embrace the growth minded by seeing challenges as opportunities to grow and learn. Set actionable goals that will help you move forward and achieve your personal growth. Start little. Start little. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Surround yourself by positive people. Celebrate your achievements and progress. Celebrate that. The idea is get us out of victim mode, victim land, and put us in where it's growth, where it's elevation. We want to go to that land, that country, that state. We want to go to elevation. That's where we want to go. So remember, shifting from victim mentality to growth mindset is a gradual process. So be patient with yourself. Continue practicing the strategies that I just gave you consistently. And over time, you will develop more empowering perspective in life and create a foundation of self-love based on growth and personal development. Wow, time is really getting away from me. Oh yeah, this was a good one. The past few days has been really, really good. All right, let's talk about building resilience real fast. So building resilience is the key to perseverance, and we'll discuss practical ways to cultivate resilience, empathy that's important for self-care and self-compassion, and also with healthy coping mechanisms. All right, so here we go. We're going to prioritize self-care. So this is what you do, and I think I said this before. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. This can include activities like getting enough sleep, eating nutritious meals, exercising regularly, or engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Put it like you know how you got to drink water every day and you got to eat every day? Put that in there. Put that self-care in there. Whatever it is. Practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness in your daily life. Take a few moments each day to focus on your breathing. We did that a little bit today. Observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment and connect with the present moment. This can help you develop greater self-awareness and reduce stress. Seek support. Reach out to your support network when you're facing your challenge. And those that will truly talk into you and say, you know what, I understand that. When you hear that, I understand you, and can give you positive feedback. You can get positive, constructive criticism. Set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries in your personal and professional life. Learn to say no to committed to the things that drain your energy. If you got that good girlfriend that's always talking about negative stuff about her man, and such and such and such and such, and she has not changed her narrative of her story, and it does nothing but drain you, oh girl, I can't talk today. Oh boy, I can't talk today. Y'all understand what I'm saying? All right. Practice self-compassion. We talked about that before. And develop healthy coping mechanism by identifying healthy coping mechanisms that help you manage stress, adversity. This can include activities such as journaling, practice deep breathing, exercises, engaging in creative outlets, or seeking professional help when needed. Find activities that help you relax, recharge, and process your emotions in a healthy way. And build resilience through growth mindset. Embrace a growth mindset by reframing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth, instead of viewing them as setbacks and failures. See them as valuable lessons that can propel you forward. Cultivate that attitude. Bring it in. Don't be afraid to make those choices. Don't be afraid to look at that fear and say, oh yeah, I did that. Because guess what? It's something else that happened way back before that you think that you failed at that actually prepared you for this moment now. That prepared you for this moment now. Okay. Yeah. Embracing failure as growth as we've been talking about it in this whole segment right here, is reframing failure as an opportunity for growth, and is essential. And we have to use those as stepping stones, as I said before. Go back into your memory bank. And when you thought this was your most challenging times, that you wasn't going to be able to get through it, what did you do to get through it? What can you use from that to bring it forward, to get you through whatever it is that you're going through today? Go back there, because it has prepared you for it. It has prepared you for it. All right, real quick, I know I'm kind of going, the show is almost over, right? So this is what I want to do. I want to give you a few healthy coping mechanism that could be effective in your stress to help relieve your stress. One is physical exercise. Engage in regular physical activities such as walking, jogging, participating in fitness class. It can help reduce stress. It can boost mood by promoting the release of endorphins, also known as feel-good chemicals. Take deep breath, do deep breath exercises. We did that in the beginning of the show. Practice deep breathing exercises such as breathing or box breathing. It can help activate the body's relaxation response and reduce feeling as anxiety and stress. I only did 2 today, but maybe 3. And then I rolled the shoulders back to kind of open yourself up. So now you'll be able to receive positivity in you, you just release all that negativity. Mindfulness and meditation. Incorporating mindfulness and meditation in your daily routine. It can help cultivate a sense of calm and increase self-awareness. Journaling, writing down your thoughts and emotion and expression. So if you got several different journals, that's good. If you got one for gratitude, that's beautiful. If you got one for just your day-to-day, your thoughts, that's great. If you just started one about your negative thoughts, that's amazing. So now you can figure out, why is this triggering me? We talked about this on Monday. Do creative outlets. Engage in creative activities such as painting, drawings, writing, playing a musical instrument, dancing. All of this that can provide positive, that express emotions, promote relaxation, foster sense of accomplishment, connecting with nature. Take your tails outside. Yes, even if you just go on a car ride with your windows down and feel the air. Now, if you live in Chicago, I don't know about that because I don't know if it's cold outside or whatever. But y'all understand what I'm saying? Again, seek social support. There's a lot of Facebook group pages out there that have that support system, as well as continue to come back here. I'm here. Email me if you need to talk. About self-love. So let me clarify that. But I want y'all to remember that we all are unique. Every single one of us. So it's important to explore and discover your coping mechanism that resonate with you personally. So it might not be every single one of these, but whichever one of these that I just said that stands out to you, and get to do that. As a matter of fact, make that a part of your challenge. Make that a part of your self-care. Remember before I said about making that a non-negotiable? So maybe breathing exercises is a part of your non-negotiable of self-care for you, because what it does, it releases you from stress. It helps you to open up to receive now positive energy coming in. And then I'm going to close it off with techniques of cultivating perseverance. So I got some practical ones that, positive affirmation, and I'm going to read these really quick. And I truly do apologize. We kind of got into this really. I really got into this, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I really got into this. Goal setting. We talked about that before. Set clear and achievable goals to give yourself direction and purpose. Break it down. Break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable steps. Positive affirmation. Practice positive self-talk by affirming your ability, strength, and resilience. Visualization. Use visualization techniques to imagine yourself overcoming challenges and achieving your goals. What does it look like when I overcome this challenge? But you know what? When you really think about it, think about where you are today and if you're going through any challenges. And think about when that challenge that you went through a few months ago or a few years ago. And how you get, and I'm trying to take you back there so you can understand and appreciate that you've already been through something that's showing you now on how to get through this challenge. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Embrace that challenge or that failure before. Remember what that lesson, what was that lesson in that? And apply the lesson to here. Take care of your physical, your mental well-being by prioritizing self-care, like I said before, and seek professional help when needed. Seek it when you need it. Seek it when you need it. But I want to thank you all because, like I said, I know some things sound repetitive, and it is, and it will be. It will be. Very much because we need to get this embedded into our spirit, into our soul, so we can understand what self-love is. What falling in love with yourself is. What having that intimate relationship with yourself is. So what I'm doing is I'm preparing myself for the year 2024, the year of the domination, where I am dominating in everything that I do. From my podcast, from my books, from my different companies, that I now understand what my mindset is, and I'm going in straight forward, dominating in every aspect of it, my self-care, my self-love, everything. And so as I am preparing myself, I am giving this to you all. So this is what we're doing right here, is preparing for the season of domination in 2024. That's what we're doing right for these next few weeks in December. So yes, this week is all about resilience and perseverance, because we need to understand what those challenges look like. We need to understand what those failures or those mistakes look like for you. So then we can change on what it looks like for you truly. That we can come out of that victim town or land or whatever you is and come into the growth land, and then come into the survivor land, and come into the God, goddesses, heroes, or whatever you are, thriving land. If y'all understand what I'm saying. All right, but I truly enjoyed this conversation today. Man, I just want y'all to remember that perseverance is a key component of your self-love journey. And I want you to embrace it, learn from it. Let it guide you towards the more resilient and loving relationship with yourself. So I thank you all for joining me on this journey of perseverance and self-love, and just sharing this space with me this morning. So I want you to stay tuned for our next episode, and remember, you are not alone on this path. So keep moving forward, keep loving yourself, keep shining your unique light, and until next time, take care and keep persevering. Keep it sexy, y'all. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, you can follow us on social media. Just search for the Season of Self-Love on Instagram. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to email us at elevateme9999@gmail.com. And remember, you are worthy of love, growth, and happiness. So keep shining bright, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Season of Self-Love. Be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy. Sending light, love, and prayers.